Hello, I'm Coach DJ Taylor.
Hey, I'm Coach Jared D.
And we are your coaches at Blockout Strength and Conditioning. Today, we're going to give you a little bit of information on the types of tests we run and what the numbers mean. We test a lot.
A whole lot. And so we run 4 tests here at Blockout Academy Strength. The first one, 4 jump bilateral. So that is on the jump mat, we're measuring our standing vertical jump and our ability to repeat jumps. Then we run approach jumps. So using your volleyball 3-step approach on the vertex, running into it, jumping, touching as high as you can. A 10-yard sprint to measure linear speed, power, and then a 5-10-5 to measure ability to change directions and accelerate. We run those alternate every other week. So we have 1 week where it's jump week, we run our 4 jump bilateral and our 15-foot approach, and then the next week it is sprint and change of direction with the 10-yard sprint and the 5-10-5. And we alternate those, so we'll try to get a test in at least twice a month.
So let's talk numbers. When it comes to testing, especially with the frequency we have, you are literally testing at least twice a week. You want to see incremental gains. And we're talking about a 100th or a 10th improvement per repetition. There are times that you will see no improvement or maybe even a regression in the testing. And by regression, I mean your time gets worse or your output's worse. That's okay. It's our job to see that and help you stay on track.
Yeah, and you can see those regressions for quite a number of reasons. It could be for different phases we're at in the program. So in phase 1 of a program where we're working on building muscle, you may not see as big of a jump in your testing number as you would in say like the power or the speed phase of our program when we're really focusing on increasing those verticals, increasing those sprint times. You also may see some variances just depending on where you're at maybe in your volleyball season. So if you're in a tough week of practice, or if you had tryouts 3 hours a day all last week, you may have a small decrease in performance when we go to test. But you shouldn't see that over a sustained time. So that's why we try to get a lot of volume in testing.
Coach Depp, how can our athletes show up better to test?
So one important thing about getting some consistent progress out of your testing is make sure you bring consistent effort. So a lot of days athletes had a long day at school or they're just not feeling training today, and we'll have 10-yard sprints or something and they'll be like, I don't want to do 10-yard sprints today. You know who you are. You got to bring that effort, consistent effort and intensity to every test we do every single time to see that consistent progress. Not only in the testing, bring that consistent effort, but also in our lifts. So you're not going to get as much benefit out of our lifts if you're not bringing that consistent effort to our workouts as well. What about recovery, DJ?
Yeah, it's key, because if you come in and you have not hydrated or handled your nutrition or rest needs, you're going to suffer in your training. And not necessarily that training is going to be so difficult, but you're not going to get your full capacity of output, which translates into testing.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We hope this is helpful to help you understand your testing and data.
See you next time.